And with that, welcome to Lost Levels Podcast. This is podcast 219.
Wow.
Okay, now it's becoming huge. Not huge, huge. We are going to be talking about the Legend of Zelda for the Wii U and the NX. We're going to have a fair discussion on it. So, if you like it, you can sit on the console with us. Otherwise, you still can sit. Just don't act ratchet, okay? Thank you. As you know, this is Dark Boo speaking and representing for the higher echelon of people, okay? And I'm joined by only SuperZambezi.
Yeah, only. We're the only ones that like Zelda, apparently. Aw.
Yeah, I'm joined only by SuperZambezi, one person out of three. But the others, I wish they could have made it.
We don't count Soul. You know, trash cans aren't really part of the group count. I understand.
Oh, God.
Being mean when he's not even here. Oh, I think I take that back. We should get on with the podcast.
Main topic, The Legend of Zelda, Wii U NX. As you know, this game was announced in 2014, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, wow. So today is June 4th, 2016, by the way. And we know very little, by the way. We know that to remind everyone, at this point, all we have is the scene in the field where he's just on his horse overlooking a gorgeous field. And then he's being chased by that robotic spider thing. Then he shoots that weird arrow. Cut. And then we have footage of him from a different angle in the field on his horse. And cut again. Then we have artwork that was new, that was released within like a month or two ago. And that's it.
Literally. No enemy, no character. We didn't see Zelda, for God's sake.
No. I mean, the character, let's be real, it's not. But, I mean, for all we know, that could be Zelda. But it's not.
She like Peach, the damsel in distress. Except that she helped you towards the end. And becomes stupid as well. Don't let me get into what things she does. So, just to leave with the first question. General expectations for the new Zelda game coming up next year. My thing is, I want it to come out already. My expectations had already been, they already came, already went. But I thought the game was going to come out. I wanted it to come out for only the Wii U, but now they wanted to make it come out for the NX, which I find totally rambunctious. They delayed it because of the NX, which I find stupid. Oh my God, it gets me mad. I can't wait for it. You can't tell me something in 2014 and be like, it'll be done in 2017, although that's what I did for my game. But the thing is, they said 2014 and they said it was coming out 2015, right?
Yes, they did. And then at the end of 2014. Oh, I'm sorry. I take that back about the Zelda stuff. They actually showed a lot of gameplay at the end of 2014 at the Game Awards, I think it was. They showed horseback gameplay, the map, blah, blah, blah. And that was actually really cool, but that was the end of 2014. I'm sure things have changed. What were you saying? You were saying that...
Oh, I was just saying that when for my game, I said long time ago it's coming out 2017, 16.
Right.
I didn't say 2015. 2015 came. 2016 came.
I mean, it's a little ridiculous how this went because it's kind of expected at this point, especially with Nintendo. Like, they'll delay it until it's ready, and that's cool and all, but it's still frustrating. So in 2014, they announced it. 2015 game. At the end of 2014, when they showed all that gameplay, they said, for sure, 2015. And they even made a big deal about it, I think a little later on into 2015, that, hey, this is the 30th anniversary, we're going to get it out, it's going to be great, blah, blah, blah. And then, delay. 2016. And now 2017. Sorry. 2016 is the 30th anniversary, right?
I think so.
So then they delayed it to that, made a big deal about that, and then it delayed again past the 30th anniversary. So it's been a
plethora of delays.
Mm-hmm.
The game better be good too. If I find one flaw or one code flaw or one physics flaw, I'm suing you. I'm suing you for harassment because you done harassed me for the last 3 years. You done harassed me, okay?
Wow. But so for the question, you said general expectations.
Mm-hmm.
I've got three. I expect it to be a huge open world game. That's what they've been showing off. Maybe not necessarily open world, like you can literally go in any direction you want, but it should be more than what you would get from like Twilight Princess, Ocarina of Time. Those those are pretty linear. This one I expect to be a little bit more open and a little bit more explorable. It's not like, oh, you're in East Hyrule field, so you're in this little circle. No, no, no. I feel I need it to be more dynamic. I need it to be more unpredictable. So that's what I expect. I also expect changes to the formula like they've been promising. So I'm expecting things like to collect the 3 colored objects and get the Master Sword and then collect some more objects and then fight the boss. I expect some of that to be challenged and changed. That's what they've been saying as well, so that's why it's an expectation. And I don't know, I guess for me it's hard because I don't know what has to stay in order for Zelda to still be Zelda. So when I have my expectations, I don't know how much they can actually change without changing it so much that it's not recognizable Zelda anymore. So that's one thing I struggle with. Like, what's one thing that you think is mandatory to have in a Zelda game for it to be a Zelda game?
Some form of a partner. Some
Oh, okay.
some form.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I'd agree.
Um, I don't know. Oh my goodness.
I mean,
Oh my god. I don't know.
I would definitely say, well, I mean, you have obvious stuff like sword combat and getting items and entering dungeons. Like those are all. Actually, I think those are the things. Those are the key elements of Zelda. Then the rest can be changed, and I hope they do change it because I'm just Skyward Sword. That was great and all, but it's time for something new.
Yes. Skyward Sword too damn easy. That's one thing, man. You gotta make it harder. You gotta make it harder. Skyward Sword too easy. Only thing that probably ticked someone off was motion controls.
Well,
Other than
those were
that, the game
good.
was easy.
I would say I thought that's a plus of that game. Those were fun, and I enjoyed those motion controls.
But other than that, I need harder dungeons. I mean, I need like dungeons that's like 10 stories, 40, something like that. Yeah, I need something with elevation. That's so that's the general expectations, and we just want the game to come out already. We want it
Yeah,
to come out.
we're ready. We've been ready.
Next question is how we think this game will sell. Are there some underlying factors that prohibits the growth or well the selling of this game? Me, many people. Okay, here's the thing. Many people want ukulele to come out before before Zelda, and they don't care about Zelda anymore because they've not been lied to. They've been extension. It's like um, that's the sound. That's the sound of the ambulance and such. The fire trucks going to Nintendo headquarters after they tried my patience
Okay.
because that game don't come out in March 2017. That's the sound you'll be hearing. Okay, where they located at in Japan?
Oh, yes.
Okay, we will be taking a trip there. Okay, flight like FedEx. I will ship for you.
Oh my
My,
gosh.
yes, it gets me so mad because the thing is, the game has been so delayed that many people don't even want to buy it anymore. Some people are excited,
Uh,
like the diehard fans are excited, and there's some other people they simply don't care anymore. Like if it comes out and they see how it looks, they may buy it, they may not. It's not like they excited anymore.
but I feel like the diehard fans are the only ones that I want to just say even knew about it because that's really where it's been targeted. Like when they revealed it, well, that's not true. A lot of people know that there's a Zelda coming out, but it's not in the forefront of their mind. So if it released, let's say it only released on the NX, they might not even realize. Okay, this is like the really casual people then that I'm talking about. Um, but I mean, but to answer the question, do I think how this game will sell? I don't think sales will be affected based on the delay or the the additional NX release. In fact, I think it'll help it because when you release at the end of a cycle, you're releasing to an audience that has been growing since the Wii U first came out. As little as it is, it's still growing year to year. So by the end of it, you're releasing like compared to Wind Waker HD when there were, I think that was a year into the Wii U versus 4 years into the Wii U. You're going to have a bigger audience, a bigger base. So to me, it only makes sense that it would sell more because you have a wider reach of people. And adding it onto NX, I also see that as no problem because it's just another place you could sell it. So
NX, I'm just NX, man. I'm really mad that it's coming out for the NX as well. It don't make sense. I find it don't make sense to come out for the NX.
It makes sense to. I understand. I get it. Do I necessarily like it? But it makes sense to me. Like I understand why they're doing it. I mean, okay. I guess we can transition to the next question about was it a good idea to release it on both Wii U and NX? So you're kind of you don't really like that idea.
I don't because I feel like something about the NX is going to have more than the Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's DLC or something, the NX would be more popular.
Right, and on the Wii, the Twilight Princess situation, you had the very obvious, like, oh, this one has motion controls, and, well, I guess it didn't really look better, but motion control, that was a big standing factor, but with NX, we have no idea about the NX, we can't even determine what that special thing could be. So, I mean, it's tough to say if it was a good idea, and it's tough to say what kind of new content it'll get, besides looking better, which we assume will happen.
Hopefully,
yeah. And then for me, I think that it is a good idea for them strategically, financially, whatever. You're adhering to two fan bases. Those who want Zelda and will still get Zelda no matter what, they're going to get it, whether it's on the Wii U or the NX, no problem. You're adhering to people on the Wii U who weren't sure about Zelda, and you're adhering to people who did not get the Wii U and are jumping straight to NX. You're covering all your bases there. So to me, that makes sense. I don't know.
Now, I just hope that for the NX, when they release this game, I hope they... Wasn't it for the Wii U that they released a small collection of games and it took a while for them to release, like, more games? I wish it was one of the consoles.
Well, for the Wii U specifically, they didn't have a lot of games, so they took their, 5 releases and spread them across. So you got, I think you had Nintendo Land and New Super Mario Bros. U at the start, and then you had to wait for a while, I think, until you got The Wonderful 101, I think it was, maybe next, and then, Pikmin 3 was way later. They really, spawned them out.
Which was bad.
Many
people sat there like, what was the purpose of me buying the Wii U?
Yeah, and especially without the third-party content to fill in those gaps, it was dead zone all over the place.
I don't think... How many third-party content is for the Wii U?
There's a lot at the start. Not a lot. Relatively a lot at the start. Because they got the support before it was released, but once the Wii U and their games, the third-party games, were not taking off, they kind of all dropped off, so you just got to look at the starting point and see what's there, because that's as much as you're going to get.
Only thing I know is that I think the Wii U is the only one that doesn't use the x86 processor. Every other, which one? Every other console, I think they have x86, except Wii U.
Doesn't surprise
me.
Yeah,
I didn't look it up. They was talking about it on a video about the specs and how it's hard to make games for the Wii U. It's because Wii U is the only one that has different attributes compared to the others. I don't know what they're gonna do for this next one. I don't even know what is it gonna be 1080? It may be more than 1080. What's the next one? 1920 or 1440?
I don't know what's next, but that's not 1920.
Cause I just think let's add 360.
I don't know how they do it. I don't know how all the rest. Not the technical podcast. I hope people realize. And one more point on the Zelda NX/Wii U thing. Zelda as a launch title, great idea. That's a great way to pull people in right from the start. So Boom.
Yeah, because everyone likes Zelda. Not everyone, but everyone.
Not in Japan. Did you know that in Japan, Zelda does not do well?
I don't know why.
I don't know why either. But it doesn't, so it's good for the rest of the world.
I don't know why. Japan, they have their own. They very picky in what they want.
They're just different. They have a lot of different likes and dislikes.
Should we? Oh, we on number 4. I want to say, should we do number 3? But then I realized I'm like, oh, number 4. What type of information footage do you hope Nintendo releases about Zelda during E3? Me, I need to know the story. I need to know the story, period. Because I need to know when does it happen. Because what got me mad is Skyward Sword. When I thought it was a continuation, it's the beginning of the series. I'm like, what?
But we knew that going in. I thought that was like the whole thing. It's like, oh, it's the starting point, Skyward Sword.
I was done with it. I just wanted to play the game.
Okay.
I played it. I bought it on day 1, and it took me forever to get a motion control. I mean, forever. And another thing, I need characters. I need to know if there's voice acting. Because they kept on talking about it. I need to know if there's voice acting. I don't care if it is or it's not, by the way. I just want to know. Because they kept on talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Next is areas in the game. I need to know areas in the game. I want to know if there's going to be... I want to know if they're going to retain, like, Gerudo, Hylia, like, if they're going to retain those names or it's going to be different names.
I'd like a mix.
Like, yeah, I don't mind, like, even... Which game? Skyward Princess, oh my god. Skyward Sword. Lanayru, Faron, Eldon. Then we have Twilight Princess. Yes. Then we have Twilight Princess, which is Ordana. Ordana. Elden Providence. No, Ordana Providence, Elden Providence, Lanayru Providence. What's that one? I put Faron Providence.
Yes.
Like, I never understood how Ordana and then Faron. They always got me confused, by the way.
Same.
That there was 2 different provinces. I'm like, what's the point?
They merged later on. Or they split earlier on. Something happened. Feud.
But, I want to know if they retain names like that, or is it going to be, like, new names and new everything. I wouldn't mind that.
I like references, so I enjoy a mix, but you've got to have some new, because like Skyward Sword, that really annoyed me. That this is Elden really again. Aw. And it kind of messes with continuation, because then you have Ocarina of Time, which has different names, and then you go to Twilight Princess, which has those names again. So it's just confusing.
Yeah, it doesn't even say those names in Hyrule. Oh my god, I'm about to say Hyrule Warriors. Oh my god, I can't get my name. I can't get my names and games correct. Hyrule Warriors. I'm about to say Hyrule Warriors, and I meant Ocarina of Time.
Twilight Sword.
It's gonna happen. I can't get the names right, but I just need to know about the thing and a little bit of the dungeons. I want to know how not how they would be styled and themed, because of course you're gonna have a water one, fire one, a forest. This would be rare for them not to have a forest as the first one. Although Wind Waker, they did Dragon Roost Tavern for the first one, which was like,
yeah, I like to change up in that.
Now, only thing I hope is that their water temple is friendly.
Yeah.
Because it seems like they go, and it's not, for me, I don't understand how people say like the water temple Ocarina of Time is tedious. I mean, no, it's hard. I'm like, it's not hard, it's tedious. You just gotta go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Would you say it's confusing? Because that's what I call it.
Yes, confusing and tedious. It's too much back and forthness.
Yeah.
But Twilight Princess, Lake Bed Temple is playing out hard. It's hard to navigate, first and foremost. It's not easy. When you get in there the first time, it's not easy to determine which way to go at first.
It's true. It's that central room that kind of, you're like, There's not that much clear indication which ones you've been in, which ones are... I mean, you look at the map, but...
it's not easy. Therefore, I want... And, what's that other one? The Great Bay Temple, that one's just hard.
Yes.
It's hard to navigate through it. So, I don't want to make it hard. Make the next water temple hard. But I want to see what they do because I feel like they're gonna have something. Whereas it's not going to be like those base. They may have something. What's the name? A mirror, like a mirror temple and all that such. That would be nice to have mirror temple. Like I used to draw out the plants and such. I had pecan. It was so corny. I had pecan temple.
The pecan? What?
Yeah, I had like the pecan, like the nut pecan.
What do you do there?
Oh no, it was more of a desert. Like it was a ancient. What's the thing called? Some ancient temple. But the thing is, it was more. It's very ancient, decrepit, and I'm not lying. The really decrepit. It spanned like 6 stories. And then I had mirror temple. Mirror is basically like the mirror everything. Where you had to get in order to get in certain rooms, you had to go through the mirror of it.
That's interesting. I also have come up with like the mirror temple before, which is so creative. I know. Sorry, you were gonna explain it. I
was just saying our creativity span has hit rock bottom. When I was younger, I used to create everything, even from Mario Party, everything like that. Now, please, when I tell you my brain is like, phew. That's why I feel like Nintendo is at times. Their creativity span is like non-existent. It's true for some games. I hate copy-pasted games too.
Yeah. To go back to the question about E3 and Zelda, I'm thinking about the whole idea of Zelda being the only thing at E3. Do you think they can hold an E3 presentation, not a presentation, but an E3 presence with just Zelda? Do you think that's possible?
I feel like they end up spoiling the whole game.
Exactly, that's my biggest problem. Like they'll show a lot, but they'll show too much. Like I want to play the game myself. I don't need to have it displayed in front of me for too long. I just need enough to get a feel for it, to get excited for it, and to just get the general knowledge of the different elements of the game, story, gameplay, blah, blah, blah. I don't need to see 2 dungeons in a row or anything like that.
True.
Unless this game is really huge and it has like 30 dungeons, then I wouldn't mind.
Very true. I don't need to sit there and be like, this is the first dungeon, blah, 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 blah. You do this, you do that, you do... Oh, hell, wait a minute. Why are you telling me what to do? Mm-hmm. I'm like, I'm not going to think anymore. I'm just going to copy and paste what you did. But you telling me too much. I'm like, you need to shut up.
Maybe they'll do a lot of side quests then, and some dungeon. I don't know. We'll see. What's interesting though, because Zelda is the only playable thing at their booth, there are 2 opportunities that they can have. Number 1, they can have a crazy looking booth that's super Zelda statues and paintings and pictures and blah blah blah. Like that could be really cool to see. So that's kind of exciting. And actually, by the way, I don't think I said it here, but I am going to go to E3 this year. So yay, I'll see it. I'll be able to play it. That'll be fun. And actually playing it, it's been said that the demo is 90 minutes long. Typically an E3 demo, you'll wait in a line and you'll get to the game and you've got about 10, maybe 15, depending on the game, minutes to play. Sometimes 5 minutes. So a 90-minute demo, that's kind of crazy. That's a lot of gameplay to be trying out. I assume you're going to do some overworld stuff, some dungeon gameplay. And I think... Okay, because usually a Zelda demo in particular, it'll have like 3 different stages that you can choose. Like an E3 demo. Right, you've seen this before, right?
Mm-hmm.
So... 1 is usually a dungeon, which I think they'll have. 1 is the overworld, which I think they'll have. And then the 3rd one is usually a boss, but I think they'll actually not have a boss category, but instead have something that'll showcase like the big town or the central hub, like the clock town of the game. Like they'll showcase that, and I think that will exist in this game. Or the skyloft of the game, that kind of thing.
90. Too long. How many booths are they gonna have?
That's the thing. Their booth is still as big as it always is, and they've only got one game. So I'm expecting lots of demo units, which is great. I'm fine with that.
I expect like 13 or 15.
I expect more than that.
Because 90 minutes and all them damn people, I'm going to get mad. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to get mad.
I don't blame you.
Too many people and 9. You mean tell me I got to wait an hour and a half? What?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. If there's 2 people, then yeah. My guess is there will be one or 2, maybe 3 or 4 giant lines, and there'll be like 10 units, and they'll just every time someone's done, okay, you're up. Okay, you're up. Anyway, that's beside the point.
Yeah, God bless. Hope there be no fighting. Gameplay I'm about to say elements. Gameplay elements. Oh my God, let me say that over. What gameplay elements do you want retained or changed / new? Oh, we went over this. Oh my God, we said
bit, yeah.
Like references to other time periods, and you basically said your answer, and that's my answer.
Hold on, don't get too crazy. I wrote some stuff down. You're like, oh my goodness, he's gonna talk again. But hey, I've got some good stuff. Kind of, not really. So I wrote down 5 additional things. One of them was actually voice acting. I would like to see voice acting, so we can knock that out. We already talked about it.
Yay!
Combat. That can be changed a little bit, and we've seen little things like when he's riding that horse and he jumps off, it goes in slow motion, and then you have time to aim at your enemy, blah, 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 shoot, and whatever. Looks cool. I don't know how practical that is. I mean, it is pretty practical, but I don't know how much of an effect that'll have in the pacing of a battle. And I expect to see that slow motion technique in other moves, other items. So that's a cool change. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes. And I need the sword combat to change. I don't need like a normal sword. I need like I need more back flipping. I need more front flip. I need the whole like Twilight Princess. I need the whole woodwork.
Yes, that was my second point. Is that I want those move upgrades. I love those. Having like holding A or pressing A at the right time. What do they call him? The lone hunter or something? I don't know.
Wait, the man?
The Twilight Princess, the old Link, which is confirmed, by the way.
Oh, I forgot his name.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
I forgot his name.
I also said horseback riding needs to be a little bit improved, and we saw that in the gameplay as well. That like he won't run into a tree and stop, or something ridiculous like that. So that's good. That's improved. And here's something that came out a while ago. It was a rumor, so this is definitely not confirmed or denied. People were saying that you'll be able to pick between female and male Link, and I personally don't like that. I understand people wanting to have that choice, but I just don't think that fits with this character. And then the people will say like, oh well, Link is a different Link every single time. One time you can be a girl, blah blah blah. Honestly, I'd rather just see Zelda playable as the main character. If you want to have a female Link, well, I just think that shouldn't really be it. I think Link is usually male, and that's how it is. Usually. He's always male, and that's how it is. And Zelda is always female, and I think that's how it should stay. Like, I wouldn't want to see a male Zelda either. I would just rather see the roles reversed. So it's Zelda going after to save Link. I'm fine with that. I don't really see a female Link going on. I don't really like that idea.
Can I say something about that?
Go ahead.
I agree 1,000%. Okay, I'm sick. No offense. No offense to anybody. I hope I don't offend anyone.
Is this about Zelda?
Yes, and the gender thing. I am sick of the gender neutralization and acceptance, this, that, in the game. I am sick of it. I'm sorry. I am sick. If there's a question, there should be a gay character. If there should be a female instead of a male, there should be a male. I'm sick of it. It's aggravating. And the argument and jargon of it is pointless. It's really pointless. Link has been the main character. Why do you want to change something all of a sudden? That is so damn annoying. Many people, well, he should be female. What? Do you know how you sound? He should be female? So we saying Zelda, Link gonna go through some type of transgenderization. That's not a word, but he gotta go through that. No, I'm sorry. I don't agree with all this. Oh, it should be a male and female. No, it should be the same character that you've been experiencing ever since the first game came out in I forgot the year. I think 1980 or something.
80.
It should.
I don't know.
I don't remember, but that's what my thing is. It should be the same character. You don't do things like that. You don't do things like that. It's confusing, and nobody got time to go. No shade. Nobody got time to go through some damn code and fit and turn him into her whenever needed, or his or hers. Nobody got time to be having a little Boolean thing saying if this is a female, do her. If it's a male, do his. Ain't nobody got time for that. Let Link be Link. Talking about, oh, he looks like a girl. I'm like, you know what? This is wrong with 2016 as a whole. Talking about he looked like a girl. Like, you know what? I'm like, I sound like a mad black woman. Am I a mad black woman?
Oh my
goodness. I'm sorry. That gets me so mad when people bring that up. Because that's why I agree with you 1,000%. That should not even be brought up.
And, like, I know that, and, like, in some games it works. Like, I was thinking of, like, Mass Effect. Or even Fallout 4 recently came out. Like, you can pick male or female, and it all works. It's fine and dandy, but I mean, this is an established character. You're kind of changing it pretty dramatically by doing that, and I don't think that's necessarily needed. Like I said, if you want to have female, I think Zelda would be. I would love to play as Zelda. That'd be awesome. But make it Zelda, because we already have that female role established. Put her in the hero position. That'd be awesome.
And then, you want to know what happens? Uh-oh. After the game, when they reference that hero, they're going to say hero. They ain't going to say him or her. They ain't going to say the chosen chap. They're going to be hard for them to identify was it a he or was it a she. And then if they do it was he, what's the... It's too much rhetoric and semantics about it. Therefore, it's not needed. That's like saying Metroid Prime. Oh, let's not have Samus. Let's have another male character. Let's have a male character instead of Samus. Oh, what? What? Yeah. I'm like, that's a breakthrough character. The same thing that can be applied with Link. That's a breakthrough character in their own dynamics. In their own dynamics and game, they both are breakthrough characters. I'm like, therefore, if something's not meant to change, this is what Mario Party failed to do. If something's not meant to be changed, you don't change it. If it's working, it's working. It will still work. That's what Mario Party failed to do in their Mario Party 10. They forgot. They didn't change what was needed to be changed. Things that was good in 110%, they changed it, and now it's only 10%. That's why I'm happy that I hope they don't do it, because I will find it very stupid. And I'll find it just to suck up to the media. It's not like, oh, we doing it because we thought it was a good idea. It was doing it to shut you up. And I hate when people do things to shut someone up.
Yeah, I can agree with that. And the problem is, you're like, because I keep saying, oh, Zelda would be great. You can't really just do, well, let's make the option you can be Link or Zelda. No, because Zelda and Link, those are two specific characters, and they will have two different specific roles that aren't just interchangeable. So I guess that's the dilemma there.
Yeah, it's like too many. It's like if you think about it, you can think about 5,000 different problems before you think about one good thing. And before one good thing, because I could think of good things, but the thing is, the bad definitely outweighs the good. It breaks the scale. When would you put that bad and good on the scale? Instead of the scale, you know how the scale dropped down because of the bad? Don't you know the good flew up in the air due to how fast that scale went down? It said boom, and the good just flew right off the scale. That's what it implies. If you understand my metaphors, that's what it implies. I bet you no one understood that.
I did want to say that I try to understand where some people might be coming from. Phone. I try to understand where people are coming from. And I understand there's some girls who will look up to characters, and if they have like the female Link, like, oh, that's, they relate to that much better, and they see that like girls can do this as well, blah blah blah. That's fine and dandy and all. But again, like, we've already got this established Link, and I don't think that's necessary. Like, I know Samus is different because Samus in every game is the same Samus, and Link is different Link every time. But, like, you wouldn't just change Samus to male. Or you wouldn't take Peach or Mario and change their gender just for no reason. I don't know, if they started a new series, like the Splatoon, like, you can pick male or female, and I'm fine with that, because they didn't have this established story with a Splatoon boy or Inkling kid or whatever for the longest, and then decide to just split it off into... Yeah. I think it might be time to move on from this one.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, if you want some female characters, play Metroid, play Princess Peach, play Perfect Dark, play Bayonetta. It's like, come on now, you're stretching it, and I know. See, it sounds rude, because every time I say hi, it sounds rude. Okay, but what I'm trying to say is that when the time comes, it will happen. Don't force it. It's like, don't block your blessings. But next question. Next question, because I'm getting heated.
Oh my goodness.
It's number 6. Yeah. Where do you think the premise of this game will be taking place in relation to Zelda's timeline? And oh my god, this thing is long. And what story aspects would you like to be seen in the game? Like, example, Ganondorf reappearance or another major breakthrough character? For me, that was a lot to read. That was a lot. Do you want to answer first before I answer?
I have a lot to say. I'll do a little bit. So there was a video that I watched recently. It was released a few weeks ago. It's from some guys called the Commonwealth Realm on YouTube, and they released a possible timeline placement video for Zelda Wii U. And they talked about a lot of stuff that I already, kind of speculated, but a lot of stuff I didn't even think about. So big focus on the Sheikah in this one. You could see like little emblems and insignias and whatever kind of in the environment and in the promotional art. And Link has a little book on his side that has the eye symbol. So clearly they're going to be a focus in this game. And with that in mind, you have to imagine where this could take place. So Ocarina of Time had a lot of Sheikah stuff, as did Skyward Sword. If you remember back, they had a lot of that like technology stuff, and that was all like imprinted with the Sheikah symbols. Do you know what I'm talking about? In the desert?
Time Shift Songs.
Yes.
And, Lanayru Desert.
And that goes along with the big focus on energy themed like weapons that we've seen in the game so far, like that arrow and that robotic spider enemy.
Yeah.
So you're getting a lot of references from Skyward Sword, but a lot of this stuff is also in Twilight Princess. A lot of the Sheikah like references and even the symbols as well. So you remember the Twilight Interlopers? Can you remind us what that is? Because I'm kind of blanking on that one.
It's a group of people in the game that, oh my god, it's like so many backgrounds. It makes no sense. I'm over here playing Minesweeper with the mute button, literally. But the interlopers, they're a group of people. How would I explain it? I think I had a perfect example, but I'm screw up explaining it. Not the tower. Like the Tower of Babel. When people are trying to build their way, it's like people who deny God, and so they seek for the highest power. So they went for the highest power,
and they basically got banished for it.
Yes, that's literally the same thing.
Okay, and then they became that's the theory that they became the Twilight race, correct?
Yes, because they got banished to the Twilight Realm.
Okay. So, the video was saying that oh my gosh, if I'm remembering this correctly, that the Sheikah like kind of split off, and some of them tried to do this, and they became the Twilight. I believe that's what the video was saying. I have to go back and rewatch it. Might be wrong. So you've got a lot of Twilight Princess references in there, and it's interesting because when I played Skyward Sword for the first time, you know the time shift stuff. The moment I saw that, the first thing I thought of was the Ocarina of Time, like the actual item, the blue ocarina that lets you travel through time and that opens the door of time. So definitely a big connection there. So where does this game take place? My guess is either after Skyward Sword, before Ocarina of Time, or it could be before or after Twilight Princess. It's definitely in that timeline. I believe that's the one where he succeeds in enslaving.
Yes, he did. He succeeds and oh my god, I think he remains a child though. He didn't remain the adult, he remained the child.
I'm gonna look
then I think what was it? I think he warns of it. He warns them of the event that's going to happen. That's what I think. It's not like he remains the adult, I think.
Alright, the Twilight Princess timeline is the one where he's successful from the child era. You're right, because then Majora's Mask happens and then Twilight Princess.
Because I remember he's a child. So I think he warns about what the plans that Ganon's going to take, and they stop Ganon. And I think they stop him right in his tracks. So they banish him. They what's the word? Kill. Literally, they killed him, and then Majora Mask happened, and then after I think Ganon's resurrection.
Resurrection.
Yes, that, and then yeah, I think it's not that many games for that one. Is it? I just think it's Majora Mask. I feel like it's Twilight Princess and then Four Swords Adventure.
Yes, it is. You're right.
Then I got it then.
Yeah. So that one's actually pretty lacking. They could use another game in there. And honestly, I think I'm leaning more towards Twilight Princess somewhere before or after, because they also had this whole thing with the Twilight Princess HD coming out and the amiibo that connects, and I assume there are connections. And we've got some evidence for that too. So, and I don't think... Let me make sure. Let me think. If I'm not mistaken, the last time we had Ganondorf as the main villain was Twilight Princess, which was 10 years ago. So it's been a while. I'm okay with him coming back.
Then after we had Demise, the other one's Maladus, the other one is Vadi.
Bellum.
Yeah, Bellum as well.
That one was dumb.
Yeah, it's like they had different bosses, and we're sitting there like, who the hell are they? But for me, story aspects, it's so much that I don't know exactly where. I know where it's not going to take place. It's not going to take place where Link fails. I know that for a fact. And it's definitely, it makes too much sense. It makes a lot of sense for it to be the child age with like Majora Mask and Twilight Princess and such. It makes perfect sense that it's going to be there. And if it's not there, oh my god, it'll be rare that it's right in between Ocarina of Time and where it branches off to the 3 different timelines. It will be very weird.
After Ocarina of Time? Is that possible? I don't think that's possible.
I mean, that's why I think it's literally... I think it's after Four Swords Adventure. I think it will be directly... Yeah, because it looks like it's more... It's more advanced. It looks like a more advanced form of Hyrule, especially with the weaponry and all that such. I think it's an advanced time zone later on. And the thing is, the time shift stones. What does it use? His weapon does look like a time shift stone, but the thing is, why would he shoot it at that enemy? I don't understand that. But I don't know.
I didn't even think about that. If he shoots that, what, he like transports it back in time, turns it into scraps before it was made. Interesting.
I don't know. And story aspects, what I want to be story aspects I would like to see in the game. You know what? I need a story that's going to impact me because Majora's Mask story impacted me. Twilight Princess story impacted me.
In what way?
I was more engaged, and the fact that I can relate it to things like the Stone Tower Temple and all that back history got me engaged for it.
Very
and the fact
intriguing.
And the fact that I took a Bible course and I understand it. Okay, and Twilight Princess, the fact that it has connections to Majora's Mask in that same timeline is what gets me so excited because it references Majora's Mask events and. Yeah, there's no other game that actually make me sit there. Skyward Sword. No, I find like I think Skyward Sword only why the story didn't interest me because it's the first in the whole series. So there's really not that much backstory, but it fills in the gaps on the other games. So I want something. I need like references. If it's in the Twilight Princess timeline, I need references to Twilight Princess and everything. Like how Ganon somehow survived because he's been blessed with the Triforce of Power. I need things like that. I need a good story. I need a good story. I don't need no BS story like which one is it? Phantom Hourglass. Ooh. I don't need no BS story like that. And I don't need no BS story like Spirit Tracks, although
I really love Spirit Tracks, to be honest.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm about to say although that it was a fun game. Except the train tracks, it annoyed me. But I find it very fun. And the dungeons were actually unique. I would say that. Mm-hmm. Those dungeons were unique.
I always remember the ice one.
Yes. That one, it was very unique. And I actually like it. Like, that has... The story is not that good, but at least the game is fun. It's compared to Phantom Hourglass. No offense, Phantom Hourglass. It was just like a carbon copy of Wind Waker. But just poorly done. So, I already talked about Ganon's reappearance. I don't know, you can bring anyone back. Don't bring back the Maladus, and no, I ain't got time for that, okay? Ain't nobody got time for that.
Mainly because he's like a carbon copy of Ganon.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind, what's Vadi?
Yeah.
That'd be cool to see. Or maybe it's more than one. What if Ganon comes back and he resurrects a bunch of, all of them? Maladus, Vati, even Bellum. He'll be in the back. We'll just throw him in.
Garaham, Demise.
Well, he technically is Skyward Sword. Spoilers, technically doesn't demise him.
Yeah, I think he dies, period. Yeah, I think he dies. Because he's not blessed with the Triforce power, so I think he get killed. So
he's
like killed
reincarnated into Ganon, I thought.
True. It is true.
That's why, and that's the other thing. It's like with that whole male-female link thing is like Ganon is always Ganon, Zelda is always Zelda, and they talk about that, the blood of Hyrule, blah blah blah, and the hero is always Link. It's always Link. So whatever, we're not going to get back into that.
Because it's always the chosen boy or the young lad. It's always something with the boy. It's always something with the boy, and the girl is always the reincarnation of Hylia.
Mm-hmm.
So, no
the Hylia
gender
goddess,
changes.
Was a woman.
Yeah, no gender. Exactly. That's the shade of it all. She was the one who thought about this methodical plan and stuff. She was the brains and the bronze, okay? All thing she did is just use Link and Zelda. Literally, they say that. She literally says that in the game. I used you. Skyward Sword. She says that. She said, I used you, okay? So people need to think, they need to think inside and outside the box, okay? Because it's transparent. And the thing is, when you go inside the box, you can loop your arm around the box, okay? Get the metaphors. I love metaphors. And that's it for number 6.
Yeah.
So number 7, overall hopes for this game. I hope that I will be able to play it on my Wii U.
Watch they cancel that version altogether. Oh my goodness.
If they do that, I won't have a Wii U. I'll break it. I'll break the Wii U.
Oh.
I will break it. I'm not playing. I will literally sit there like, what? And Nintendo, I think they will have their Twitter removed or whatever. It's going to be a whole epidemic if that happens. But for me, yes, I hope to play the game, literally. And June 14th, the 16th, I don't know. I'm not watching the PlayStation. No, micro. I'm not watching micro shit. I don't. I don't ever watch micro shit.
Aw.
No, I don't. I don't like micro shit. Ever since they took Rare, everything been downhill for Rare. So I don't like. I don't. I don't.
You're still sour about that one.
Yes, I'm still sour that Perfect Dark Zero was supposed to come out for the GameCube, and then after they took all rights, Nintendo took all rights for Microsoft. I'm still mad about that. I'm sorry. I'm still mad. Who knows? Banjo, the next Banjo Kazooie could have been on the GameCube.
What if they announce a new Banjo-Kazooie and it's awesome?
No, because they got to beat Ukulele.
Ukulele looks great, and I'm really excited for it, but we still haven't seen that much of the game, so I'm still holding out judgment before I talk too highly of it. I really hope it's good, though.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be for nostalgia purposes. I just want to play that. I want to know what's... It's going to come out for... Oh, my God. I don't even know what consoles will come out for.
Basically all of them. I know PC, Xbox, Wii U for sure.
Wii U?
Yeah.
Oh, then excellent. That means I got more money to spend. Thank you.
That's a phrase I never thought you'd say. Going back to Zelda, overall hopes for the game. For me, what's some of the biggest things? Fix the Skyward Sword problems. Or just don't have them altogether. Skyward Sword was at times a little too linear. There was a lot of backtracking, which annoyed me. You went to the same areas, the same areas, 3 different times. And there was way too much padding. I remember when...
Yes.
The tadpole thing. I'm just like, why on earth am I doing this right now?
Exact. Oh my Jesus! Jesus!
Problems of Skyward Sword.
Jesus is what I got to say about that. Jesus, because I felt the same damn way. I was like, why is the question? Why is the question? There is no answer to that question except adding. Because everybody finds it unnecessary. And then when you go back to Elden, you get robbed. I'm like, oh my God. It's like it's pushed for no reason.
Even the Elden thing, like, as an idea, like, that was cool. But the placement of it, and just the fact that it exists just the fact that this is the 3rd time I'm coming back, it all put a sour note on it. Like, that's cool. It was cool it was like the Forsaken Fortress 2.0. But why are we doing this right now? I'm supposed to be saving the world. Why am I doing this tadpole? I'm sure I really did not like the tadpole section.
I hated it. I really, with deep in my heart, I hated it.
But I also wanted to, for overall hopes, I wanted to say that I really want it to be huge and expansive like they've been showing us. I really want it to be beautiful. I said I want it to be story heavy. I want a good story. It doesn't mean to be super detailed, but it's got to have some weight to it and not be so predictable. And it needs to be different. Because Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, kind of doing the same things here. Give me something new. And I just want to say that I'm really, really excited. I'm like beyond excited for this game. Yeah.
I want this game to come out already. It needs to come out. It's been haunting me in my dreams. I need it to come out right now. And do you have anything else to say?
No, just super excited. 10 more days. Woo!
Yes. And the phone did not ring, so we're blessed. That means that's the end of our main topic. We're very blessed that you stayed with us. We're blessed that the phone didn't ring. I'm going to kill some people inside the house, okay? I just want y'all to know that. And I mean kill, like excommunication from the church. That's what I mean. To cut your ties with God. So next is the news and community. I think we have 4 articles that we have to read out.
Do you want to cover it, or do you want me to do it?
You could do it, yes, please.
Yeah. Okay, so the first thing, this is from yesterday. Possible new DLC for Mario Kart 8? Question mark?
Yay!
We're probably looking into nothing, but what happened is interesting. Nintendo of Europe, they have their own Twitter account, and yesterday they sent out a tweet. It was a picture of Mario Kart 64 on Calamari Desert, Toad and Wario getting hit by the train. Cool, whatever. The caption says, "Good things come to those who wait." Period. And then hashtag MK8. Why is there that hashtag?
Exactly.
What does that mean? Was that a mistake? Actually, this happened yesterday. Let's see if the tweet was deleted. No, it's not. So, is that a slight hint that there's more coming to Mario Kart 8? We've been waiting for a year. It's been a year since our last update. So, could this mean something for Mario Kart 8? I mean, even with the Wii U dying, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm very happy. I need them to have, like, they can add one more cup. They need another cup that's called Backwards Cup. I will enjoy the hell out of the game if we had like things. It's just backwards, like the you pick 50, 100, 150, 200 mirror. I need something that said backwards. If we had raced the tracks backwards, that would be so damn fun.
I agree.
I need something like that. Like, if you just have that, I think that everybody will still be playing the game.
Right, and you don't have to completely make new courses. You just have to modify
Exactly
existing ones, and that'd be fun. And I've always wanted a backwards cup or mode since Mario Kart 64. I've always wanted that. Mirror's cool, but I mean, it's
I need the backwards. I need the backwards like 110%. The funny thing about Mario Kart 8 is that they mirror really brings challenge to some of the game, and I'm like, it's mirror. Why am I struggling? Struggling to make turns on time because you know how they have the track designed for one way. So when they mirror it, sometimes it's beyond hard. That's my problem. That's why I didn't complete Mirror Cup.
Do you think that because right now for the Wii U, well, all they have is Paper Mario for this holiday. Do you think they're going to release this DLC as kind of like hey, it's our holiday game, essentially? Like, they have nothing else. Like, could this be something to help fill that gap?
Yeah, they need something. If they ain't got something but nothing, then they got a big old problem.
And what do you think the percentage of this being real is? I'm at a 20% chance that it's happening. 10, yeah. Because
nobody else tweeted it. No other than Nintendo, like Nintendo of America. Did no one tweet something like that? Right. So Nintendo of Europe, if you're wrong and you just made us excited for no reason, I'm coming for that neck, okay? I'm coming for that neck.
Oh my goodness. Let's see what's next on our list. Oh, Splatoon. This was actually last Saturday, the last podcast we recorded. Splatoon first for 1 year anniversary. It's been out for 1 year. And they will be adding some new weapons in a few days, sometime this upcoming week. New weapons.
They need some type of DLC for more stages during play.
I think they're done with stages. I don't think they're adding any more.
No, I want to add more in the options instead of 2 being randomized.
The only thing that I want change, and I don't think they will change it because if they wanted to, they would have done it a long time ago, is being able to play with friends on Splatfest. Because that would be fun.
Yes! Yes.
They just don't allow it. Whatever. Moving on. Nintendo's E3 presentation changes. Now, this has been a huge talk that literally the only thing they will be showing at playable and on their stream is Zelda. Some of that's been updated. They reveal that they will be showing a few other games in their streams. Zelda will still be the only playable thing, but in their stream they'll be showing some, I think, I cannot remember any of them except for Pokemon. Pokemon will be there. You'll have your first live gameplay there. I believe that weird Fire Emblem Cross Shin Megami Tensei, that thing will be there. I don't know how to even follow that one. That one's just kind of all over the place.
I don't know any others. No, I don't.
They weren't too big name ones. Oh, Monster Hunter Generations. Dragon Quest will be there.
Games no one ever heard of.
I mean, well, those aren't the most popular here, but they're big enough. But those will be there. So it's not only Zelda, but it'll still be mainly Zelda.
They better not announce the Mario Party.
They will no. There will be. I guarantee you there will be zero. Let me hold that back. There will be no Mario Party for sure, guaranteed.
Because it's gonna take them a few years to fix things.
I don't think so. I think I don't know about how long it'll take, but I definitely think they're like, hey, NDQ, you're working on the NX. We need games there. Wii U is a sinking ship, and we're moving you off. You're on a lifeboat. Head to the NX. That's what I think's going on there. So, yeah. And then last piece of news. This is going to be funny because, ironically, the two least informed Pokemon people are going to talk about a lot of Pokemon news.
Exactly.
So you know some stuff. They showed some legendary stuff off. Go on. Let us know what happened.
They have two legendary Pokemon that I'm going to F up saying their name. I know the new regions in... Oh, God.
Is it the Aloha region? I don't know if that is. That just
yes,
hello.
I think... Yeah, I guess that's what it is because God knows I can't pronounce it and I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what it's called. Alola?
I think it is Aloha. I'm not sure. This is so bad. Let's move on from the region, though.
Legendaries. You want me to say the names?
Yeah. Go ahead. Let's see how this goes.
Solgaleo.
That's the sun
and
one.
Yes, Tiger and Sun, basically. Leo, Tiger, and Sun. We have Lunala, depending on how they pronounce. I don't know. I just know one is the sun, the other one is the moon. I think the other one is a bat in the moon. No, Count Dracula. You get like Count Dracula, and I guess Lunala. You know what? I don't know.
Let me try to take it from here. So those two are the legendaries, and I know in the trailer they both have the same. They have a different move, but it's like this beam that they shoot out of their mouth. And
oh yes,
it does it hurts.
We're trying. We're trying. I think the Pokemon type. I think they both are psychic.
Yeah, that's one thing I noticed, that they're both psychic. I think one's dark and the other one's fire.
I think the other one's oh my god, this is so bad. I think it's psychic and steel because I saw in the comment. I think it's psychic and steel for Solgaleo, and Lunala is psychic and ghost. I think. I think I'm trying to recall from.
I looked it up. Solgaleo is psychic and steel.
Oh, I was right.
And Lunala is psychic and ghost.
Oh, hallelujah! I was right. I didn't look like an ass.
So we know that the game's coming out November 18th. We knew that already. The Pokédex is shaped like a Rotom. I don't know if that means he is Rotom. You know the Pokemon, the legendary Rotom?
SD.
Oh. Oh, boy, I even know that one. Well, I don't know if they merged and it's actually a Pokemon Pokédex or if it's... We should have at least tried to prepare this one.
Yeah, they said, I guess they said in the comments of Kotaku, they said, like, I think the Rotom is the Pokédex. I think it's controlled by Rotom. I think it's controlled or inhabited, one of them words. I don't know.
Oh, the region's called Alola, not Aloha.
Alola, I said that, right?
Oh, you said that? I thought it was Aloha the whole time.
I know it was Alola.
Oh, I feel like a dunce now. From the map, you can see that there are 5 different islands, which is good, because in the beginning, they only showed us 1, and that would have been way too small. So, 5 different islands. I think there's also one smaller one, if I remember correctly. The professor... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say it's all... Aloha, like as he says, all inspired around Hawaii, okay?
That was an honest already, yes. The professor's name is Kukui. Sorry, hold up. Kukui? That's the professor's name, and that's based off probably some tree again, because it always is. He has a assistant named Lily, and I don't know who this guy is. How Pokemon loving young boy with a big appetite.
All this Pokemon news. All this Pokemon news that was shade towards USA. All this Pokemon news that you got us two saying it. Oh my God! Don't you know we are doing it only for y'all, exactly. the Lord level listeners. We doing it only for y'all because I had no intentions of going over this Pokemon news. I knew about it, but I did not want to go about it.
Honestly, this is more for your entertainment than information.
True.
I think there's one more thing. There is going to be a QR scanner function that allows players to see information about Pokemon when they scan QR code patterns. I don't see the point in this.
I don't. Me neither. I never understood the QR codes anyway.
I mean, they have their uses, but for this specific one, I just question.
Yes, question mark, question mark, question mark.
And that's it for news and community. Besides, we're doing Splatoon community night today, but that's, I mean, what can I tell you? It's happening.
Yes, already started, already ended by the time the podcast loads.
Yep.
Hallelujah, that Pokemon is over! Oh, no offense to y'all Pokemon fans out there, but Pokemon ain't got nothing on us because we can't deal with the names!
Oh my gosh. I'm interested, but it's just, I don't remember everything. And the names, you're right.
Damn, Alola.
Maybe.
Cannot.
Did you want to do what have you been doing?
Oh, do you want to do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I could go first. I'm gonna go over some of the games that we've been playing. I got Twilight Princess Picross. I've never played Picross before. It's fun, but you mess up once, game over. Like, you will screw yourself up so bad if you just make one little mistake. And you'll continue on in the puzzle and realize, oh, shoot, there's a mistake back here. And then you don't know what to do. There's no undo button. There's no save state. There's nothing like that. So, and I was actually doing some with Boo, and he was helping me out. But we got lost as well.
Malo.
That's
all
right.
Things. Malo.
I think it was puzzle number 6 where we were just stumped for the longest time, and we finally figured it out. And lo and behold, when the picture shows us what it really looks like, it's Mallow. Of course, he's the one behind our frustration and anger. Oh my god!
Could not. I was so old. We so over it. We're like, you know what? We're done.
That was great. Besides that, I'll let you talk about Layton. So we'll put a pause on that one. But what else have we been playing? We've played a few other things.
Dead Island.
That's same old, same old. You go in, you kill zombies, you fetch something for some crybaby somewhere, and you get some experience points. And maybe a mod or two. But it's fun. It's fun. You know, Boo's driving skills have been improving, so I mean, I don't get nauseous every time I get in the car.
Oh my god! Was that time I drove over the car and drove out the pool?
Oh my gosh, that's right. This one, when we first started playing, by the hotel, there's this big pool area, and oh my gosh, I accidentally drove in. I could not get out. I could not get that car out of the pool, as you would think, because it's not easy to pull a car out of the pool. It took me like 10 minutes to get out. Finally got out by driving really fast onto a little bump and then like launching out. Boo here backs up into it, sees his mistake, rides right on out. Like nothing ever happened. Like nothing happened. And my chop's just like, I hit the floor.
And then I drove over the car.
Oh, that's right. He clearly just it was backing up. You weren't even going that fast. You backed up, and the entire car went over the other car. These games can be a little bit glitchy at times.
I'm a real maniac when I drive.
I can attest to that.
I don't like to hit the brakes.
You also like to hit other things too.
Park cars.
Parked buses, more like it.
Heavy!
Besides Dead Island, this is actually kind of funny. Yesterday, we were playing some games. We were playing some Splatoon, and it was getting late. So I was like, "All right, I want to, sleep for the podcast." Both of us did. Let's end it here and let's go to bed. 2 hours later, we're finishing up like our 6th game of Jeopardy that we're watching together.
True.
We turned on Wheel of Fortune, and we found a full episode of Wheel of Fortune. We turned it on, played at the same time, and we were watching it kind of together and trying to guess it at the same time. Because when we play these games, like on the N64 emulator, it takes 10 times as long because everything's slow, and we're slow. So that's why we decided to do it this way. I actually take that comment back. Boo is not slow. This is why we turned off Wheel of Fortune after the 2nd episode. 2 letters appear on the screen. He tells me the puzzle. The contestants need 3, 4, 5 more spins before they could get it. Boo already has it done. Every time.
It was easy.
It was not easy.
Yes, it was.
Oh my gosh, what's the one with like the love? Our
Words of love.
No, something else. I don't remember.
3 wishes.
The 3 wishes one. All we had was the T's and the S's.
That was obvious.
No, it was not obvious. Oh my goodness.
It was things. The category was things.
Well, anyway, I got a little bit fed up with this, so I switched to Jeopardy, which I knew is not going to come so easily to him. And that was actually better, because they go through questions like this. And it's
as he was mad at that woman from Arizona.
Yeah, the first episode we watched, there was a girl named Jessica from Arizona. I was like, great, I have someone to root for. Explain to me why, in the entire course of the game, she answered 5 times, while Megan over here cannot keep her hands off the button, answering every last question to perfection. I could every 5 minutes, every minute you'll hear me like, Jessica, are you kidding me? Jessica, pick it up. Jessica, what is going on? Jessica, wake up. Like, I was done with that.
She was older and they was younger. Give her that.
Oh my goodness.
No.
So that's all I've been doing, at least for as far as I can remember. Oh, one quick thing. I've been playing The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine expansion pack. Beautiful game. Highly recommend it. That's all I'm going to say on that.
And for me, play games with as you play Professor Layton. Oh my god, that game is annoying. The rules are haphazardly bad at times.
At times, yeah.
And some of the puzzles, the trick puzzles, especially like the math ones and such, or the one with the mouse reproducing. Oh my god, it got me so mad when I wrote all the equations, and then when I read the final line, how many mice would be after 10 months, I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, I thought nasty, I thought about sex, or I thought about who she's humping, and then I realized she ain't humping nobody, so it was only one. I was like, oh! I'm not lying, I had to think sexually in order to get that answer from the top of my head.
Oh, brother. I love that. Because we're not playing... we are at times playing... Boo will screen share Professor Layton so I can see it too, and then we'll try to figure it out sometimes that way. I love how... You can see how different minds work. There will be questions where Boo instantly knows the answer, and I'm not done reading. So you could see... And then, there's some other questions where I'm like, oh, you just do this, this, and this, and you're like, huh? So
true.
It's interesting to see how our different minds work with different puzzles. And I just want to say, I love puzzle games. I really love them.
Stupid Mike. I like, I'm about to say I like puzzle games too. I like things that challenge the mind. I need something that's not stupid. If I have a non-stupid game, I feel intrigued by it. I need something where I gotta think. That's why I only play Ace Attorney. Now I'm doing Professor Layton. I need something that I can use this medulla, cerebellum, and cerebrum, and thymus, and all the other hippocampus and the cortex. I need things to. I need to use that. That's why we were born with it. Some people need to use it. Okay. I'm not gonna say who. I'm not gonna say who. No shame. But what else? I think it was only that game we played, and yeah, that's all. That's all we've been doing. Because other than that, we work 24/7.
Yeah.
I
Honestly, this week has been busy.
24/7 work, and that's all. I did work. I had to wake up early to get no work. Got me mad. And that's all. Yeah, that's all I've been doing. And with that, I guess that's the end of the podcast. Let's do the end of the information. You can subscribe to the Lost Levels podcast on iTunes and YouTube. Okay, make sure you leave us a rating and review and help us grow. And if you're on YouTube, leave a comment and a like. Okay, and share it. Okay, share it to your peers. Now you can find all our past episodes on our website, thelostlevels.marriedpartylegacy.com. And, of course, the Mario news and every news that's surrounded at marriedpartylegacy.com. We have too many social medias that I have to count on I have to use two hands probably, or I think I may have to use one hand. Facebook.com/The Lost Levels for Facebook. Twitter is at Lost Levels NPL. Tumblr is The Lost Levels Podcast.tumblr.com. YouTube is youtube.com/user/The Lost Levels NPL. Oh my goodness. Luckily. Heck, we probably have a Google Plus account, okay? And for me, you can find DarkBrew007 on Twitter, Nintendo Network, and DarkBrew on YouTube.
And I'm SuperZambezi on Twitter, Nintendo Network, and YouTube. And I'm really sad that this episode has had no Donkey Kong references, so I have to just to get that out of my system. Okay.
Oh boy. And with that, we're done. And we're about to leave because we gotta do community night. Bye-bye.
Bye.